important for us to understand where we think we went wrong in this application so that we don't make that mistake again. So I guess I would ask you, Commissioner, where was the application, where were we short? Where did the application come up failing compared to other states?
Now, if Commissioner Shumlin was here, as he's put out in statements under his name, he'll say he was fired because he refused to be the fall guy. Or that he refused to, I won't use the word conspire, but to acquiesce, to keep the truth from the public. And I commend all of you for being here, particularly, I'm not exactly certain of the two of your precise status, but I've got three dedicated professionals with the Department of Education who might just be a little intimidated being before us, worrying about what they said. They could be spun through the chief of staff or whoever else as to, you didn't tell us that before, and now you're fired.
What were the 400 districts? But I want to know, what are the substantive changes, policy changes that were so bold that necessitated this sort of activity over the holiday? And then I want to know specifically, what was it about F113, is it, that needed to be touched at all?
I can't
Because
answer
what did
that.
it have to do with the revisions?
I can't answer the question about F1.
I would like you to tell me, but I would like you to answer my question as to where we came up short. Because it's about the fourth time I've asked it and I'm not getting the answer. But to your point, that we did a bold presentation which gained us points. I would think that if that was our mission, if our mission was to be bold and think outside the box, come hell or high water, whether or not we were successful in getting $400 million, we would be applauding this department. We're not doing that. We fired a commissioner. We're in a state of flux with no direction right now. We are behind on the next application for the jobs growth bill, which is merely checking off a box, which is going to put education locally behind. That if we don't get that application in soon, we're going to be further behind going into next fiscal year. So while we were bold, I would not put the price of being bold at $400 million. I would not do that. So my point is, again, I understand you have a job to do and you're pointing out all the positives that went in. Positives were not enough to say, we didn't save the commissioner, we lost the commissioner. We fired the commissioner, and my point is that we lost an application worth $400 million that the taxpayers are now responsible for. I want to know that in any business, and this is, I think, what Senator Peterson and myself and others talk about all the time in the private sector, when we lose out on a business opportunity, successful businesses look at where they went wrong and what they could do better. And I want this hearing from me, and I know for the chairwoman, is very simply about, it's not about pointing blame, it's not about whether or not the stakeholders were involved, because I know they were involved, and I know they work with your department. And I would ask you to acknowledge that today. The reality is, we got to stop pointing the finger at each other, and we as a group have to figure out where this application was short so that we don't make those shortcomings again. So again, I'm going to ask you, where was the application? In spite of all the bold steps we took, we came up 3 points short. Where was our application failing?
We all want to fix the problem. We don't want to repeat.
Thank you.
And I don't think anybody wanted that $400 million more than any member of the staff of the Department of Education to be able to do this work. I think I did attempt to indicate some of the places where we were missing points, but I'm also going to allow and encourage, in fact, members of the team